For this video, guys, I'm going to show you how to change the color of something. So as you guys have gotten all of your layers put together and everything is isolated and everything is on their own individual layer off of the first background image that we started with, and now that you've watched the video and you understand how to like rotate and warp and skew and do all that sort of thing to kind of change the shape of these things to get them to look like whatever you'd like them to look like. Now let's talk about changing the color. We can change the color of each individual piece here, and it's quite easy. All you want to do is make sure that you have the layer active, or the piece selected that you want to change the color for. And then I'm going to go up to the top and I'm going to go to Image, Adjustments, and I'm going to go to Hue and Saturation. Using these adjustments in here, you can do different things to your pieces. So I'm going to say Hue and Saturation, and it's going to open up this box. I'm going to slide it over a little bit so I can see my pepper. And by changing the hue, by moving this slider, you can see that it's changing the color or the hue of that specific pepper here. Now, let's say I wanted a red pepper instead of a yellow. Now I can change the saturation. The saturation is, how bright or saturated is that color going to be. You can desaturate by removing or taking away the saturation of the color or the intensity, and here I can bring it way up and really make it very bright, a very, very bright, heavy red. The lightness is going to be how dark or light your piece is going to be. Okay, I generally don't play with the lightness very much. You may need to use it just a little bit to change if you want a very specific tuned color, but I generally like to leave it around 0 and just play with the saturation and the hue. Okay, you can really dial things in and get stuff going quite easily by just using the hue and the saturation there. Okay, so let's say I like that red. I'll bring this up just a little bit here. There we go. I like that, and I'm going to say OK. And now I have a red pepper and a green pepper. So that's how you can change the color of something using the Image, Adjustments, Hue and Saturation.